Welcome back to the PWC channel, guys. We have another match today. It is a Tusk Division match between Ronansting and HTZ Attila. So, both these guys have had a rough week one, as far as I can remember. So Ronansting, I remember he faced off with Tark, and he narrowly lost. He got off to a good start, but he got overwhelmed by Mega Pidgeot in the later stages of the match and subsequently lost 3-0. And HTZ Attila, he did not do very well on week one. He faced Brett, which is obviously a strong competitor, but he got pretty much overwhelmed by Brett, I would say. He lost 5-0, and I don't remember the details of the match, but yeah, it was not too close. But yeah, we shall see if they can turn their fate around in week two. I'll just let them know I'm ready. And then we shall see what they do. So, HTZ Attila has got Yuxi as his signature, so he had to bring that. And I believe, what is Ronansting's signature? Maybe Entei? Ah, no, probably the Neuvern. Yeah, Neuvern is the signature. So, yeah, we shall see what Terra types they bring. It's going to be interesting. And yeah, so Attila brought Infernape, Blastoise, which I believe is regular Blastoise, not Mega. Then he's got Magnezone, Landorus Therian, and Cofagrigus. And then on the other side we have Banette Mega, which is Ronansting's Mega. Then we got Slowbro, Florges, Urshifu Dark. I think that's Urshifu Dark. Ronansting is one of the few guys who decided to go the S plus tier route, which is always interesting. And then we got Neuvern and Entei. So that should be interesting. So we see the lead. And yeah, so we see the Northern lead on Ronansting's part, and we see Frisk. So we see that Attila's Landorus Therian carries a Focus Sash, which is definitely interesting. But yeah, I guess it makes sense on a lead Landorus, but still, Landorus is, I would say, mostly a rather bulky thing, so I'm a little bit surprised to get this item revealed, but we shall see what he does with it. He's nicknamed Explosion because that's what he did in week one with his Landorus. He got a kill with it, which was very nice. Which was probably the best moment he had in week one, honestly. But yeah, it can only go upwards from here. So yeah, obviously he can put up Stealth Rocks here if he wants to. Or even go for the Stone Edge if he has it, or knock off, you know, all the options in the world. And yeah, for Ronansting, I guess he would either go for a strong attacking move like Boom Burst or Draco, or even U-turn out if he wants to. So yeah, we shall see what they do here. And yeah, looking at the matchup a little bit, looking firstly on the Urshifu on Ronansting's side, I don't really see a good switch in on Attila's side. And yeah, we see the classic Hurricane miss on turn one. That's honestly Ronansting's fault for running Hurricane in the first place. And yeah, so that means that Attila gets his Stealth Rocks off for free. And yeah, now I'm interested to see if... So that's interesting to me, by the way. Why would Ronansting go for Hurricane if he already knows that Landorus has a Focus Sash? So all he really does is break the Focus Sash. And yeah, no, he didn't even get to accomplish that. So if he had something else like Boom Burst or, I don't know, even Draco for that matter, he should have probably clicked that rather than the Hurricane, but in my opinion. But yeah, obviously you're always smarter later on. All right, so Attila decides to Toxic the Neuvern, which is interesting. So that means he would die next turn if he gets hit by the Hurricane. Oh no, he actually decides to switch out. Yeah, so that's what I thought, because obviously Neuvern can have defog as well, so now he kind of wasted his Focus Sash and the first few turns a little bit, because he only got, basically now he only got 18% off on the Neuvern, and Neuvern is not like the most important mon in the world. And it also did not reveal its Terra typing yet, so that this Magnezone might be in trouble here without knowing it. If this is like, I don't know. Nah, probably not. I mean, Neuvern doesn't get any ground type moves as far as as far as I know at least. So yeah, but it does get the Flamethrower. All right, so this is a really bulky Magnezone as it seems, and that should spell the end of Neuvern here due to the toxic damage, I think. All right, so that's cool. Assault Vest Magnezone. You don't see that every day. Really bulky. And in comes Infernape, and Neuvern goes down to the Toxic. Alright, so Attila gets the early lead here. Definitely cool. But yeah, still, I don't see, whenever Urshifu comes in, basically, he's gonna have to sack him on, especially now that the Landorus is already weakened. But yeah, maybe this Infernape can always come in after Urshifu gets a kill and threaten it out. But yeah, I mean, Ronansting has Slowbro and Florges to somewhat check this Infernape. I mean, Slowbro should just be a hard counter. So yeah, that's going to be interesting. But I think the Shell Smash Blastoise, if he has it, could potentially be a good win con as well for Attila, because it probably beats Slowbro. It also sets up on Slowbro. The same goes for Entei. It probably sets up on Entei. And yeah, nothing really can take the hit that well, depending on the moveset, apart from obviously Florges. So if he manages to weaken Florges a little bit, he could potentially sweep later in the game with this Blastoise. And yeah, and then the Magnezone is a huge problem for Ronan. Looking at it, wow, he doesn't have a single switch in for it. It's very good against the Slowbro, obviously, and even against the Florges it can come in, especially due to its additional bulk through the Assault Vest. So that's a very good set he brought. That was nice. But yeah, we will see what Ronan decides to do here. Can't really go into Urshifu now that Attila decided to bring out the Infernape, so that was a very good play by Attila, by the way, to go into Infernape here. Definitely the right play. And out comes the Slowbro, which I guess Attila is forced to U-turn out here if he has it. He can't really, he definitely should not stay. Alright, he can fake out to see if he has the Rocket Helmet, that makes sense. But yeah, Ronansting can just teleport here for absolutely free. Ah, yeah. Alright, he goes into Magnezone, which is good, I guess. He gets a strong Volt switch off for free now. But he should not take too much damage on his Magnezone. This Magnezone is so valuable for him. So he should... the only mon I would really switch it into is Florges, probably, because Florges really can't do anything to it. But yeah, apart from that, he should be very careful to take any damage on it. From now on, especially. Because, yeah, I mean, what is Ronan gonna do here? He can't really switch anything into a Thunderbolt. Yeah, had Attila just clicked the Thunderbolt here, he would have had a huge problem with this upcoming Flash Cannon. I guess he could switch around into Entei and then threaten it out, so I guess Volt Switch was not... Oh, he goes into Blastoise on the Florges, so in my mind, Florges would be the counter to Blastoise and not the other way around, but yeah, we shall see what Attila has in store here. He should definitely not Shell Smash now. That would just be a waste of a win con, honestly. And Ronansting is not going to be intimidated, I believe. He's just... Maybe he is going to be intimidated and go into Slowbro or something, but... Ah, no, he's Shell Smashes. Ah. Yeah, that's just not the play, honestly. That was just a waste of a win con. Yeah. Had he managed to somehow weaken this Florges, he could have swept with it later in the game, but yeah, he did. Yeah, that was just not the play, honestly. I don't know what else to say. Yeah, now he's gonna lose the Blastoise. Obviously a little bit unlucky here with the critical hit, which means I don't know if it would have been a 2-hit KO otherwise, but he's not gonna do much damage to his Florges regardless. He's probably gonna do like, I don't know, 40% now, I would guess, something like that. Flores is insanely. Oh, he's physical. Wow, that's very interesting. So yeah, I will have to take back what I said a little bit. So that's very surprising. He caught him off guard there. So and that also means that he made the most of it probably because I guess that means that Slowbro now walls it. I shouldn't say that now that I don't know its physical moveset, but I guess I would expect Slowbro to wall a physical water type attacker, but yeah, definitely Attila is making some good moves here in the early game. Definitely getting a good early lead here. Because Ronansting, in my opinion, is one of the, or was one of the favorites in this season, for me at least. I really like him as a player, but yeah, he's having a rough start here. But he can still turn it around, I'm sure. Alright, now Ronansting is thinking what he should do here, and he decides to go into the Entei for the extreme speed, so that means that, I guess that means that he's likely banded. Or, I don't know, Entei is pretty strong, but Blastoise is also pretty bulky, so yep, he gets the kill. But now Attila could obviously calc if he is banded, because if he is banded, yeah, he's pretty free to go either into the Cofagrigus, which could get off a burn for free pretty much, I guess, because if he can, all right, he goes into Landorus, which would probably die if it's banded. I don't know. So he's also in a focus for the Intimidator, which is nice. Interesting. So what he's gonna do now? He could set up the Stealth Rocks again, which would be good because they would be up for the rest of the match. And if this Entei is banded, it would definitely annoy it a big deal. But yeah, the other option would be Earthquake, I guess. But I mean, Slowbro switches into Earthquakes all day. And the third option would be U-turn. But yeah, I mean, oh, he loses the Entei, or pretty much loses the Entei. All right, so that's 32% damage on Landorus. That's not too much, honestly. Maybe he isn't banded after all. But yeah, this Entei is pretty much dead now. Wow, Attila is having a really good game here. That's nice. I'm glad for him. And now he goes into Cofagrigus, saving the Landorus for maybe an Intimidate later in the game to the Urshifu, which is good, I think. And now he can, yeah, do whatever. Oh, wow! Ronansting switches Slowbro into Cofagrigus. That's very interesting. Wasn't he afraid of the potential Shadow Ball? I mean, it wasn't like Shadow Ball was out of the realm of possibilities here. Well, alright, so let's see the moveset. So Iron Defense, I love it. What a great set. Iron Defense, then he's gonna have Body Press for sure to hit the Urshifu, but he shouldn't get burned if he can help it. And now he's Toxic Spikes, maybe he's Hex as the last move, so he could be Hex, Body Press, Iron Defense, Toxic Spikes. That would be a really cool set, but he shouldn't get... Oh, Attila says in the chat, I fucked up. XD. I don't know how he fucked up. Maybe... How did he fuck up? He wanted to have Toxic, not Toxic Spikes on the Cofagrigus as well. I mean, it's not the end of the world. If this Entei is not heavy duty boots, it's gonna die the next time it switches in, because at least after one more hit. And now he sacks the Landorus. Well, all right, yeah, but he still gets off the nice Volt switch now, pretty much. I mean, he can also go for Thunderbolt if he has it, because honestly, Ronansting doesn't have a switch in. Urshifu and Banetta are gonna get poisoned. Entei is just gonna die, and Slowbro is also just gonna die. So, yeah, this Magnezone is huge for Attila. But yeah, I mean, score-wise, this is now equalized for the moment because this Entei is still alive. But yeah, Ronansting sacks it, and it was not heavy duty boots. But yeah, now he can go into Urshifu and he's gonna get another kill. And yeah, at this point, I think Kofagrik is pretty expendable for Attila, so he should sack that. He should sack it. If it can't beat Slowbro, if he fucked up because it can't beat Slowbro, then he should sack it now, because obviously Urshifu has dark type moves and Barnett has ghost type moves and is faster than the Kofagrik is. And yeah, so yeah, Kofagrik is god of the toxic spikes, which honestly they are really good in this matchup. So even though he wanted to run the toxic spikes are not the end of the world for him, in my opinion. So let's see. And he sacks the Kofagris. Very nice, very nice. Attila is playing well here. I really did. Oh, and he gets the mummy for the unseen fist, which is also cool. I mean, it's not like he's gonna protect probably, but yeah, this is gonna be Terra Fairy 100%. It has to be. He really doesn't have anything else, so for it. So yeah, it pretty much has to be, and it's probably gonna have like Draining Kiss or whatever else Yuxi gets as a fairy type move. And yeah, I hope he keeps it somewhat healthy and doesn't stay in on to get into a Scald War with Slowbro, which that would be pretty bad. Oh, he goes into Barnett. Interesting. So yeah, there we see the Terra Fairy. And yeah, so obviously Barnett can do all kinds of shenanigans here. He can do the old, oh no, he's gonna get, oh, yeah, yeah, well, yeah, now it's tricky. Now it's really tricky because Ronansting is 1-1 up now, and that means that Ronansting is gonna win in the end game here. Yeah, because likely, because now he has to. Well, what does he have to do here? Now he can't stay in here. He has to switch into Infernape. Yeah, now he loses to Slowbro. Well, yeah, he did well, but he had the win. He had the win. He gave it off away by staying in with the Uxie there. Yeah, that's a shame, but it happens, I guess. And yeah, that was a really good match, really close match. I'm a little bit disappointed because I was happy for Attila to do that well, but he just couldn't convert in the end. Just taking all that damage on Yuxi there. He shouldn't have done that. He just shouldn't have done that. He had the option to go into Infernape maybe, because Infernape wasn't its health wasn't that important. He could have even gone into Magnezone because yeah, potentially yeah. Yeah, well, you always hindsight is 20/20 as they say, so yeah, GG guys, that was a really good match, really close match. Congrats to Ronansting, he got his first win and he turned the match around in the late stages of the game. That was well done. And yeah, guys, we shall see each other in the next one.